Hari Om Tat Sat. Welcome to Swami Jyotirmayananda Society, a journey to self-realization. Please subscribe for the mystical meanings and to enjoy daily satsang. We are currently exploring the book Advice to Householders, authored by Swami Jyotirmayananda Maharaj, narrated by myself, Swami Nikhilananda. In today's satsang, we will be covering the samskara of marriage. If one has been properly disciplined during the student stage of life, the grihastha or householder stage will be delightful and fulfilling. There will be maturity of understanding. A life that is not based on discipline and order is like a house without foundation. So, we have covered in the past few days a strong foundation for the student and what they must undergo and what kind of samskaras they follow in that process. Enlightenment, not pleasure, is the goal. Marriage in Hindu Dharma was not designed to give license to the instinctive pleasure urge that abides in every human being. All living beings have the biological urge of procreation, but as a human being, you have the capacity and possibility of attaining liberation. Keeping this in view, the Vedic culture gives a direction and meaning to the sex urge through the sacrament of Vivah. Vivah means marriage. It should be understood that sexual intimacy between husband and wife becomes a source of greater pleasure when it is viewed as a means to the unfoldment of deeper love, a love that brings unity of the mind, the heart, and the soul, not just physical carnal pleasure. That is not the goal of a highly evolved marriage where the goal is to help each other evolve on the spiritual journey. Bhoga vritti degrades. Bhoga means to enjoy sense objects. In the modern world, it is considered by many to be a mark of progress that people can indulge in sexual intimacy freely, without any restriction, without any sense of shame. This has kind of become a norm. But in reality, it is not so. True progress or freedom does not lie in becoming a slave to the uncontrolled senses, nor does it lie in giving sanction to every urge for passion and pleasure. Because ultimately that starts to degrade you, and there is only so much physical satisfaction you get, and you still crave for uh, bliss, joy, happiness that comes through connecting with the soul, not just with the body. If bhoga vrittis or pleasure desires dominate the mind, there is no room for adjustment between husband and wife. There is no patience. You just look each other as sex objects, and that is not a good, healthy basis to lead a happy married life. So, the moment a desire is thwarted, the moment there is frustration, the husband or wife wants to walk out of the marriage relationship, or they continue to live together in a state of constant dissatisfaction, each thinking that he or she could have been placed in a better condition. This is when you are not being guided properly, or you are not living your life to its fullest potential. If pleasure becomes the main concern in a culture, society becomes fragmented. Families lose their sense of stability and harmony, and the children that come from that type of shallow relationships are undisciplined and degenerate. So, it's overall not a very healthy sign for the society as a whole, where these practices are liberally practiced. The Vedic ritual of Jaya Homa. The Vedic mantras are recited so that the bride and bridegroom may overcome all obstacles and attain victory in life. The essence of the mantras is given below. So it's considered a very auspicious thing. Marriage, it's a sacrament. And then the mantra means, may my mind be full of knowledge, may I gain willpower, may I perform my duties with reflection and devotion, May I possess an unwavering mind. May I be endowed with discrimination so that I may realize the truth. May my senses be healthy and strong. May my life be permeated with the spirit of yajna, sacrifice, and may it be filled with the songs of Samaveda or harmony and peace. So, under that, there is a fire ceremony through which the couple takes vows and then they get married. So Vedic ritual or Saptapadi, this is the process. In the Hindu tradition, the bride and bridegroom go through an elaborate performance of rituals. Each ritual is accompanied by the chant of Vedic mantras and has a deep mystical implication. The most important ritual is Saptapadi or seven steps, which means the seven steps towards a joint life. The bride and bridegroom take seven steps around the fire. Keeping the fire god as witness, they affirm their love for each other. The bride wishes the husband to be prosperous, endowed with food, strength, wealth, happiness, cows, and other animals, the symbol of an ancient prosperity and agreeable condition for every season. The bridegroom states in the seventh step, we have walked together seven steps. We have become close friends. Let our love be abiding. May we together be united in profound love and perform our duties for the well being of family, society, and the world. The mysticism of the seven steps. Why seven steps? Fire is the symbol of intuitional knowledge, also known as pragya. Intuitional knowledge is wisdom that comes out of intellectual knowledge. So, the knowledge and that knowledge confirms liberation from the cycles of birth and death, that always being the key focal point. Bride and bridegroom are reminded of the spiritual goal of liberation. It is for the accompaniment of this goal that they have joined their hands together. There are seven stages of knowledge, also known as Jnana Bhumikas. Each step symbolizes an ascent on the path of wisdom. The seven stages are aspiration, which is a spiritual desire. Second is reflection or vicharana, contemplation. Third is attenuation of desires or tanumanasi, thinning out. Fourth is, excuse me, sattvapatti or enlightenment. Then comes asamsakti, which also means dispassion in material objects. And the sixth step is padartha bhavana, meaning negation of the world process. And then the seventh step is also known as the transcendental step of turiya. So these are the seven steps, easily spoken as I just did, but to establish them and to make them your nature, it takes a long time. So, moving on to success in marriage, after the marriage ceremony is performed, in a successful marriage, husband and wife must help each other to unfold their full potential. The two souls that the divine plan has brought together must reciprocate in a process leading to the attainment of the four purposes of life, which we had covered earlier: ethical perfection or dharma, material prosperity or artha, joyous family life or kama, and liberation or moksha. If self realization is kept as the goal of life, there will evolve the best type of harmony and love in the family. However, if this goal is not kept in view, love will degenerate into delusion, and married life, instead of promoting freedom of the soul for both of the marriage partners, it becomes a source of misery and bondage. And that is why so many marriages these days are in stress or in delusion. So if you want to change that, you may start following this beautiful book as written by Swamiji, for guiding souls on this beautiful journey, and also to expand our spiritual potential and holistically growing with our partner. So, no superiority or inferiority. There should be no sense of superiority or inferiority between husband and wife. In Sanatana Dharma, they are considered as exactly equal. There is even an image of Lord Shiva with his wife Parvati. Half of the body is male, half of it is female, also known as Ardhanarishwar Roop. Ardh means half. So not 51, not 49, exactly 50-50, meaning all decisions have to be made combined with the equal unity. If the husband demands the right to be constantly dictatorial and thwarts the growth of the personality of his wife because of his ego, he is not following the path of righteousness. In many families, the husband treats his wife just like a puppet, requiring that she behave exactly according to his ideas. That is a degrading situation. In an atmosphere of tyranny and submissiveness, nothing good can grow. When the husband's negative qualities are never opposed, his vanity goes on growing with time, and the wife's weakness develops into a subservient nature. Rather, there should be an atmosphere of genuine freedom in marriage in which one is not afraid of holding on to what one understands to be true. Married partners are supposed to help each other evolve, not just blindly follow, even if the other partner is wrong. There should be a sense of growth and partnership. To establish such an atmosphere of freedom, it is important that householders understand the big psychological difference between humility and humiliation, between being humble and being submissive. So, use the common sense and adapt and adjust, but um, using common sense is most important. Under certain circumstances, a wife, husband, or wife a wise husband or wife will know that they are right about something, but will choose with humility to wait in expressing his or her opinion until a more opportune moment, meaning they hold back. In this manner, they maintain harmony without giving up their views or insulting their intellect. So using of time, saying certain things at an appropriate time is important. Otherwise, disagreements can emerge based on the situation at hand. So to blindly accept and follow the wishes of dictates of the marriage partner when you are in disagreement with those wishes is building a relationship on a shallow basis. So just blindly following is not the answer either. You cannot live in peace by going against your own understanding. So there must be an environment of mutual freedom in which both personalities must evolve. And in that congenial atmosphere, their children will grow to be the best of men and women because there is harmony and love in the family. And that is the way to raise children as well as improve our own relationship um, on this earthly plane. With this, we conclude our satsang for today, and in tomorrow's satsang, we will start from the ideal family. This is Swami Nikhilananda. Hari Om Tat Sat.